Hey guys, welcome to game number 3 here. So our player in the blue that was playing Your Heroes just took the victory, and that was a very quick duel. But sometimes, that does happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially when you get to go first and you open up, a Starlight Road, and you get that successful Starlight Road. Plus, having Thunder King on the board, which is a pretty solid card. Although I'll argue it's not very viable against Inzektors. So let's see what he does end up adding with that duality there. He's checking what he can add. But yeah, I don't think there's anything our Inzektor player could have done in game 2. He just lost too much advantage, realistically. Okay, so he's going to add Hero Blast, okay. Because, yeah, obviously Thunder King's just not so good against Inzektors. I'm curious to why he just kept that card, and maybe he just doesn't have the cards in the side deck that he wanted. Ooh, and he is going to summon a Beast King, so it looks like it's the Skill Drain variant. Maybe he sided into that. But he will get the Sangan effect. But the thing is, usually when people have Beast King, that usually reveals that they'll have Skill Drain as well. And it is kind of a psychological effect, because if you have Beast King and you step back row, they always expect one of those to be Skill Drain. So usually you won't expect people to MSC randomly, they'll wait for the Skill Drain. I'm just going to set one more. Perhaps that is the Hornet he just added to his hand. Because he wouldn't set Dragonfly. Dragonfly not only does it have not enough defense because Beast King is at 1900 damage, but also you wouldn't want to lose Dragonfly. My guess is I'll add Alias right now. That'd be a great card. Or Starlight Road perhaps, just so he doesn't have to risk getting Heavy Storm. Okay, so perhaps maybe he already has a Starlight Road or a Solemn set for that. But yeah, adding Alias is definitely very good, especially when he has Hero Blast already. And he's going to summon an Alias, and both the cards at 19, so it doesn't really matter what he attacks with first. So Tomato's effect will activate, and let's see what he ends up going for. I guess he can go for a Hornet. Oh, okay, he's going for Delta Tomato. That's pretty good. And then you can go into like a Hornet after that, perhaps. Oh, let me see, a Gemini Spark. I don't really feel like that's worth it, because you got that tomato out for free anyways. But, I guess he just really doesn't want that effect. And that could possibly reveal that our player in the blue doesn't have Skill Drain or wants to attempt to draw into Skill Drain, because Skill Drain is very important against Inzektors. But, I mean, our player in the right has quite a large hand right now, so he should be able to do something. No. Interesting. But perhaps he doesn't want to summon anything in fear of getting warninged. Maybe if that's a face-down Malevolent Catastrophe, which is a card I do like to run. Let's see if it is. Because that could be a card that you can side deck against any anti-meta decks. And usually people will side out their Starlight Roads versus Inzektors anyways, because they expect people to run like side deck Decrees, and Inzektors don't destroy multiple cards on the field with the same effect. They usually do pop lots of cards on the field, but they'll all just pop one at a time. So Starlight Road, I would say, is not too viable against Inzektors, but Torrential Tribute is at 2. There's Dark Hole, there's Heavy Storm, so there's a lot of cards that do destroy multiples. But sometimes, yeah, it is dead. So he's gonna take another 19. And interestingly, he has like nothing. Perhaps he's just saving the summon until the last second. He wants to try to maybe hit a warning. So we see a Monster Reborn come out. Maybe he's just gonna reborn that tomato. Oh, he's gonna reborn Sangan. Okay. I guess he can. That's it. He's just gonna. But our player in the blue does still have Hero Blast. Oh, just gonna end. Interesting. I don't know why he doesn't just attack him the Sangan. He's gonna have to get rid of Sangan either way eventually, and I don't know. I don't know why he'd be afraid of Sangan. So we see a super random Space Typhoon. I mean, there's so many back rows. And he hit the Dark Bribe, which is pretty good. And we see another Space Typhoon. It's going to hit the middle card. Let's see if that was. It was a Mirror Force, which isn't too good against Inzektors anyways. And we see another Space Typhoon, so he's going to hit one more. Let's see if that is the Hero Blast, because one of them definitely would be Hero Blast. No. Okay, so the last card is the Hero Blast, which is pretty deadly against Inzektors anyways. And we see a Dark Hole come out. Huh. Interesting. So he's going to be able to search out. My guess is he'll search Dragonfly. Yeah. But the thing is, that face down card is a Hero Blast. And he should know that because he duality for it first turn. So let's see. Oh, no. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. If he's going to be able to equip a Gigamantis, though, he'll still be okay, I'd feel. The other player in the red still has a decent amount of ways to get around it. But yeah, I mean, he's used 3 Space Typhoons already. I felt like it wasn't really necessary to like space a whole bunch of stuff when there's a possibility of skill drain. You want to chain MST to skill drain. It's just overall way more solid. But having that Gigamantis does help so much. I don't know, when I was playing Inzektors at a regional that I talked with, I really felt like Gigamantis, I wish I ran more of those, because there were some times where Gigamantis was just a card that helped out so much. Just because when like Macro was on the field, like he helped then. He was just overall really solid, and I never really allured Gigamantis because the card just felt like it was really good. And we see a Gemini Spark come out in response to that Torrential Tribute, so he will be able to destroy one more card. So that is basically a +1 for a player in the blue there. So he's going to set one more. So let's see what our player in the red can do now. Now his options are pretty limited, I would say. Not going to do anything. I would say our player definitely needs... He needs really like another Gigamantis. Like I would honestly almost side multiple Gigamantis, or perhaps main deck them, because they allow a lot for a lot of OTK plays. So we see a duality out of our player in the red. Strange they changed the Inzektor Gruff, but this card is pretty decent actually. Too bad he couldn't equip himself. But at least I don't remember that you could equip himself. If you could, he would be great. Just because it allows you to do it even if Valor is activated. Because that's why I really like Gigamantis, because if they Valor your monster, you're just like, it's cool, I'll just equip Gigamantis. So yeah, he's just going to add Valor so he can set it. I would have set the other card, but I guess Valor is a card where it can be dead against E-Heroes. I personally would have sided that card out as well. Max C's and Valors aren't the cards, I think, that are great against E-Heroes. Anyways, we see a Solemn Judgment off of Stratos, which I don't understand that. I mean, he technically could still survive for 1 turn, and I would have waited for that Solemn Judgment to activate it against a Hero Blast. But I don't think he has much options anyways. But we'll find out. So I guess he can survive 1 more. Had he not used that Solemn, though, he would have been dead. But we'll see. I mean, it might pay off for him. But yeah, I don't think he has the cards required. I mean, he's used 3 Space Typhoon. He can only draw into Heavy, and he probably already has an answer to that anyways. But this is game 3. Because player in the red won the first one, and player in the blue won the second one. And I feel like E-Heroes really do have a good matchup against Inzektors, just because they have Hero Blast, plus they have the Gemini Spark. But that's why I personally like the main deck 3 Forbidden Lands. It is just so good against them, it just wrecks them. Because, you know, they're like, oh, I'll just Hero Blast. They usually want warning if they have Hero Blast, because they'd rather save it for, like, Dark Harm. And then once you drop the Inzektor, they Hero Blast, Gemini Spark, and you just chain that Lance, and then with Gemini Spark they cannot actually draw a card either, because it has to fulfill the requirement of destroying. And so you can get some good advantage off of that, because not only does their card fizzle and not work, but you get to pop everything and not have to worry about any cards being chained, really. Our player in the red is just top decking right now, and I realistically don't think he's going to be able to come back, because I mean, he doesn't have many cards in his hand now. He's used 3 Space Typhoon already, so I mean, he's basically essentially made his play. I felt like a better play would have been just to summon your Inzektor, wait for a skill drain or something to come out, and then chain the MST. It would have been an okay play as well. just because there'd be no point of warning if there was a skill drain, and skill drain is the problematic card to begin with anyways. And looks like that's going to be because if you guys remember, our player in the blue did have Dark Bribe, and if if an MSC was chained to destroy skill drain, Dark Bribe definitely would have been activated, and then our player in the red could just be like, okay, I'll MSC it now, and he would get a +1 off that. So that might have changed the game, but I mean, our player in the blue definitely had such a field advantage. He had control over the board, as you guys can see. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian White Dragon, signing out.